Welcome to the Wolves Den, where tonight we bring you CCAA basketball action. It's the San Marcos Cougars at 14-3, 9-3 in the CCAA, taking on Sonoma State, currently 12-5 and 8-4 in the CCAA. Three teams tied for first place right now in the conference. This is going to be a dogfight all the way to the end. And right now, it is San Marcos tied with two other teams high atop the conference standings. And a great post matchup here tonight. They have a great post player in Emma Farrell, who comes all the way from France. And she is going to be a force to be reckoned with here tonight for Sonoma State. She has very similar stats to Anna Dokum for Sonoma State. So she has 12 points a game. She averages about 9 rebounds a game. She's going to be one of the players Sonoma State will have to contend with here tonight. And, of course, Anna Dokum has been incredible all year long. What a player she's been for Sonoma State. She leads the team in rebounding, one of the top rebounders in the entire conference, in fact. Averages 12 rebounds a game, 13.9 points per game, and she shoots 56% from the field. So you can bet that San Marcos will have a keen eye on Anna Dokum. There you see her getting back on defense after a made basket and a great post move. She is capable of doing a lot of things to help this team win. About ready to go here. Ready to jump it up at center court. Our referees, Chris Serrano, Enrique Arroyo, and Darwin Thompson. And we are underway from the Wolves Den. Sonoma State starts off with the ball with their white and Columbia and navy trim. San Marcos is in the navy blue with white trim. Santos up top for Sonoma State. There, Anna Dokum with her first touch of the night. Down low it goes to Kim Savio, who scores the first basket of the ball game, as Savio is able to get that one to drop for Sonoma State. Great start for the Seawolves. Teams pride themselves on defense. They're number 1 and number 2 in the CCAA in defense. Both give up less than 60 points a game. In fact, less than 57 points a game. San Marcos gets it over the left side, and the basket is good by Stephanie Custodio. Nice basket there, and San Marcos ties it up 2-2. Sophie Northern, she's had some good games lately. 16 points last week on Thursday against Cal State Monterey Bay. Sonoma State's going to have to hustle to get the shot off. Under 5, Northern steps back. Now it's Anna Dokum who gets off the shot, but it doesn't drop. And now San Marcos will bring it up the floor. Lockdown defense right now. Anna Dokum trying to front Farrell. Nice drive to the basket. It goes, but a travel call is called. Sonoma State's first possession of the night, resulting in a basket. Good ball movement as they work it all the way around the top. Finally, you see Keach bounce pass down low to Savio, who lays it in very nicely. Good ball movement right there. Work it around the top, get a good shot. A little discussion right now. Coach Rich Shaywitz, the head coach here for Sonoma State, talking things over right there. The head coach for San Marcos is Renee Jimenez. Jimenez in her 5th season. Graduate of San Francisco State, so she knows the conference very well. Anna Dokum inside, and a travel call. There comes a little full court pressure now by Sonoma State. We are tied at 2-2. Conference race incredible right now with 3 teams tied for first. We have a foul underneath. Take a look at the series history. San Marcos leads the all-time series 6-3. Last year, the Cougars won both meetings, and they've split the last 4. And Sonoma State beat San Marcos down at San Marcos earlier in the year, 55-49 at the time. San Marcos was actually ranked. So that was a big win for Sonoma State on the road early in the year. Offensive rebound, Farrell. Farrell flips it to Vermillion, no good. Anadokum and Farrell battling, and a tie-up. The possession arrow favors San Marcos. Coach Shaywitz. Inbound. San Marcos trying to work it across the top. Dinah Buckner gets it over to Vermillion. Johnny Vermillion. Now it's up top. Custodio trying to beat the clock. Inside it goes. Vermillion, and Anadokum has the rebound. Nice job staying with that one by Anadokum. Kylie Keach down the lane. Nice shot. Kylie Keach. There you see the coach for San Marcos, Renee Jimenez. Kylie Keach saw a nice little lane that time and was able to make good on that one. Shot clock winding down for the Cougars. Takeaway. Anadokum got a hand on that one. Tapped it over to Northern. Seawolves trying to run the floor. Keach takes a bump. Santos for 3. And a foul that goes on Keach. Take a look at the matchup. See both teams average giving up less than 57 points a game. Defense is what it's all about. Slight rebounding edge to Sonoma State. Field goal percentage slightly favors San Marcos. It's going to go back over to the Seawolves now. That one ended up out of bounds. Seawolves running the half court. Here's Santos. Flips it down to Anadokum. That one's still alive. San Marcos ends up picking it up way up top. Custodio down the lane, no good. Keach has the rebound. Kylie Keach, local product out of Cardinal Newman High School, lives here in Rohnert Park. Anadokum up top. Keach from the free throw line. That is a great spot for her. She's one of the best free throw shooters in the conference. And she nails that one 2 in a row now for Keach. (6-2) lead for Sonoma State midway through the first. Custodio blocked by Anadokum, and they'll take it the other way. Northern to Anadokum underneath. She turns and scores. Timeout taken by San Marcos. No doubt about that one. A couple of great possessions for Sonoma State. Here's the first one. We'll see Kylie Keach take this one right down the lane and stop and pop. Very well done. And then the next time down the floor, they get it to Anna Dokum. See, she's calling for the ball, and she scores it. Nice job right there. Oh, he talks about how these teams pride themselves on defense. There it is right there. 1 and 2 in the conference. San Marcos right on their heel. Next is Cal State East Bay. Sonoma State coming off a win over Cal State East Bay last Saturday. That was a big one that created this three-way tie for first place in the CCAA. Crowd starting to file in a little bit. Expects to get bigger as the night goes on. We have the men's game coming up next. San Marcos will have the ball out of bounds underneath. San Marcos in the half-court game, trailing by 6 here in the early going. Last thing they want is to give Sonoma State more confidence here early on. They try to dump it down low. Northern got a hand on it, but now it's Custodio. Buckner in the lane. No good. Sonoma State with the rebound. Santos has it. She's done a nice job at the point. Zane Sheckard is in the game now, too. There's Sheckard. She's been great off the bench for Sonoma State. Had a couple big games in the last few weeks, and a tie-up is called. Santos checks out. R.J. Johnson checks in. Farrell with the rebound. Two of the top rebounders in the conference going head-to-head in this one. There's Farrell down low, and she lays it in. Nice bucket for Farrell out of France. Sheckard on the pick and roll, knocked out of bounds. There's San Marcos working that to Farrell. Easy basket as she was wide open underneath. Little lapse in the defense for Sonoma State. Johnson to Keach. Keach for three. Got it! Oh, net. Kylie Keach. Big basket right there for Keach. Sonoma State by 7. Custodio with the left hand. Farrell follows it up. No good. Tapped, kept alive. It'll be Sonoma State's ball. Kylie Keach with a ton of confidence. Takes this pass from Johnson and just hits nothing but net on that three. That's a great shot. Shauna Jackson just checked in. She's in the post right now for Sonoma State. Northern skips it out to Johnson. RJ misses. Nice rebound into the hands of Kayla Paxson. Takeaway. RJ gets it to Keach. Keach lays it in. Great play. Starts with the defense by Johnson and finishes with the basket by Keach. Johnson with a block. It's close. It's that last one, the takeaway right there. And then the pass ahead. Here comes Keach. Nice pass right there by RJ. And Keach lays it in. 9-point lead for Sonoma State. High off the backboard. No good that time by Haxon. Sonoma State can take a double-digit lead. Sheckard gets it to Solis. Northern, the only starter on the floor right now for Sonoma State. 10 seconds to shoot for the Seawolves. Northern fires it up, no good. Kelsey Forrester has the rebound for San Marcos. Traveling. And now Anadokum will check back in. Jackson checks out. And once again, Sonoma State will try and take a double-digit lead as this first quarter winds down. Underneath to Northern, partially blocked. Haxon got a hand on that one. Under a minute now. Sheckard, players hitting the floor. And it's going to be Sonoma State's ball. Foul, and that dive for the ball on Farrell that time. That is her first team foul. Sonoma State can wind this all the way down to about 5 seconds. Errant pass. Turnover, Sonoma State. And now San Marcos can hold on for the final shot of the quarter. Haxon fires it up with 12 seconds to go, and she nails it. Wow. Not sure if that's what Coach had in mind, but that's the way it went down. Northern will try and answer with a three at the other end and does not get it. So a big way to end that first quarter. A beautiful three-pointer nailed. And that is the way the first quarter comes to an end. We'll take a break right here and be back with more from the Wolves' Den.
.153 NCAA National Championships, the California Collegiate Athletic Association is the nation's most successful Division II conference. From the redwoods of Northern California to the beaches of San Diego, from big city environments to rural college town settings, the CCAA covers our great state like no other conference, regardless of division. The student athletes competing in the CCAA are passionate about their sport, their education, and their community. It's all part of life in the balance. Division II philosophy that a balanced approach is the best for the college student-athlete experience. CCAA student-athletes compete at the highest levels of athletic competition, but also are consistently among the top academic achievers at their respective universities. And that success and commitment carries over in the ways they give back to their local communities. Learning, service, passion, sportsmanship, resourcefulness, and balance. It's the CCAA way. Make it yours.
Second quarter underway. Sonoma State by 6. Underneath, Anadokum ends up with that one. Good first quarter for Sonoma State. However, that three by Haxon right at the end of the quarter kind of changed the momentum a little bit. She shot early, but she made it. Johnson fires up the three. No good. San Marcos with a chance to make this a little tighter. And a foul underneath. Looks like we're going to get some free throws. Jonay Vermillion at the free throw line. Vermillion out of Corona, California. Doesn't get the first one. Doesn't get either. That hurt. Keach blocked by Haxon. Haxon dropped it off Keach. The ball will stay with San Marcos. Heads up play there by Akela Haxon to keep possession for San Marcos. Nice move down the lane by Vermillion. Almost taken away by Sheckard. Buckner fires one up. There's Anadokum with a rebound. She is so solid around the glass. Great timing and anticipation. That's what it takes to be a rebounder. They'll go down low, and there's a foul from behind. Foul went on Haxon. Inbound play coming up for Sonoma State. Shot clock winding down. Santos from 18, got it! Big shot for Santos. Sonoma State back up by 8. Ball ends up out of bounds. Santos with a clutch shot. She ended up just getting around that screen by Anadokum. Created enough space to get that one to go. Nice rebound on the other end. That's Chloe Eccles for San Marcos. Haxon back to Eccles. Eccles down the lane. Vermillion hustles after the offensive board. One of the things Sonoma State will try to avoid is foul trouble from Anadokum. Sheckard with the foul this time. That's going to send Vermillion back to the line. Vermillion will try this again. She missed both the first time. She's now missed 3 in a row. That's tough. Northern getting set to check in for Sonoma State. And she finally gets one. One of the last 4 as Northern checks in. Solis checks out. A lot of substituting going on for head coach Rich Shaywitz so far in this one for Sonoma State. Anadokum to Northern underneath. Now it's Sheckard up top for 3. Nice box out by Vermillion. Buckner to the hoop. Nice basket. Seconds to shoot and a carry by Solis. San Marcos trying to cut into a 5-point lead. Custodio down the lane, flips it back up top. In the corner. Off the mark. Northern pushes Vermillion from behind and gets called for the foul. Vermillion doing a good job holding her position. And Northern has picked up her first. The basket just moments ago by San Marcos. Buckner with a great drive to the basket. And she finished. Here's we have a fire alarm going off. That's going to make things interesting. We'll take a quick break and see if we can straighten that out. We'll be back with more from the Wolves' Den in just a moment.
Before the house, before the office, the late nights and new bosses. Before the last hugs, the wins and the losses. Before building the team, before building yourself. The rise and grinds, all day, every days. Before the letter, before the dream, there was a kid who loved to play. If you have the talent and dedication to succeed in school and in sports, we'll provide the opportunity.
60 million people in the U.S. face the day-to-day reality of living with a mental illness.
Even though most people can experience relief from their symptoms and support for their recovery, less than half of the adults in the U.S. who need mental health services get the help they need.
People experiencing mental health conditions frequently face negative labeling, bullying, and even discrimination.
Some people describe stigma as shame that can be felt as a judgment.
Break the stigma. Don't be afraid to get help. We are the CCAA.
It's not about where you were born. It's not about your gender or the color of your skin, or whether you're rich, poor, or in the middle. No matter what you play, if you have the skill and drive to succeed in school and in sports, we'll provide the opportunity.
With 153 NCAA national championships, the California Collegiate Athletic Association is the nation's most successful Division II conference. From the redwoods of Northern California to the beaches of San Diego, from big city environments to rural college town settings, the CCAA covers our great state like no other conference, regardless of division. The student athletes competing in the CCAA are passionate about their sport, their education, and their community. It's all part of life in the balance. Division II philosophy that a balanced approach is the best for the college student-athlete experience. CCAA student-athletes compete at the highest levels of athletic competition, but also are consistently among the top academic achievers at their respective universities. And that success and commitment carries over in the ways they give back to their local communities. Learning, service, passion, sportsmanship, resourcefulness, and balance. It's the CCAA way. Make it yours.
If you have the talent and dedication to succeed in school and in sports, we'll provide the opportunity.
So the fire alarm's still going off here, and apparently they are going to empty the building. So we'll stop our stream here momentarily, and hopefully we'll be back with you in just a few moments. All right, well, we're back. After that fire alarm, they had to actually, believe it or not, empty the entire gym momentarily. It was ended up being the popcorn machine. Yep, the old popcorn machine did it. And they had to play it safe, make sure, so they did their due diligence, checked the entire building. And now we're back inside and bringing you basketball as Zane Sheckard scores. It was a first for me, having to empty the building in the middle of a game, but hey, we're back. Sonoma State by 5. Vermillion up top. Off the glass, no good. Anadokum has the rebound. Taken away by the Cougars. Anadokum skies for another rebound. Nice rebound, Vermillion. Chance to run the floor out in front. Equals, and she's fouled from behind. Nice hustle down the floor. Northern saves the lane. And a timeout taken right here. So we'll step aside ourselves and be back in just a moment with more.
If you have the talent and dedication to succeed in school and in sports, we'll provide the opportunity.
So timeout taken right here. It's been kind of an interesting one with everything that's happened. We had to clear the gym, and now we're back. It's going to make it more kind of a longer night. Right now, Sonoma State by 5. Absolutely the first time that has happened to me in all my years of broadcasting where the entire gym has been emptied. And then everybody brought back in. So teams are heading back out on the floor now after that timeout. 3:26 to go in the second. Free throws coming. Second one is good, 17-14. Three-point lead now for Sonoma State as we wind down the second quarter. Sonoma State with a chance to get up and down. Here's Solis looking for Anadokum underneath, taken away nicely by Haxon. Haxon stepped in front of the pass and will go coast to coast. No good. Solis has the rebound. Up and down, the team's trying to pick it up. Just what we expected, a defensive battle. These two teams, two of the top defensive teams in Division II basketball in the nation. Tops in the CCAA for sure. From the free throw line, Anadocum, little strong. Solis, offensive rebound. No good. Disrupted from behind that time by Forrester. Didn't have position, but she managed to disrupt the play. Vermillion in the post, takes an extra step and scores. Managed to get around Anadocum. And pulls San Marcos a little bit closer. Anadocum skips it back outside. Sheckard, nice bounce pass underneath to Anadocum. But the call goes against Sonoma State. Here's that nice play by San Marcos. Vermillion going around Anadocum and laying that one in to make it 17-16. Sheckard, that was her second. Vermillion again. And this time she gets called for the foul as she threw an elbow at Anadocum. Take it the other way. Rich Shawitz happy with the way that one turned out as we head for the 1 minute mark here. Sonoma State by 1. Anadocum up top. Solis. Rebound Vermillion. Under a minute to go in the first half now, and Cal State San Marcos can take the lead. They have not had the lead yet tonight. Lob underneath. Kylie Keach has it for Sonoma State. Seawolves bring it up quickly. Anadocum underneath. Anadocum spins and scores. Great play by Anadocum. Ten seconds to go in the first half. Kylie Keach has the rebound. Sonoma State from half court. Keach, no good. So Sonoma State gets the final bucket of the half. And it was a good one as they got it down low. And they take a 3-point lead going into the locker room. That one good. 39-25. Sonoma State by 14. Throwaway down underneath. (39-25). Sonoma State by 14. Shauna Jackson checks out. Scodio fading, got it, nice shot. Scodio's having a good game. Much needed basket right there. She's had a couple of big ones for San Marcos. Keach down the lane, finds Northern in the corner. Northern tries to step around, taken away, and then a foul. I believe Anadocum is going to get called for that as she was reaching underneath. That last basket by Custodio. She has had the hot hand for San Marcos, really the only hot hand. I imagine she will get a couple more looks. There she is right now. Tries to get another one to drop, and it's Keach who has the rebound for Sonoma State. Kylie Keach for three. Oh, net. Kylie Keach does it again with a three-pointer at the other end. Farrell lays it in. Burning Sonoma State deep after the made basket, 42-39. 29, excuse me. 13-point lead for Sonoma State. Kylie Keach. See if she was kind of trailing the play. Nobody picked her up in transition. She nailed that one. Turnover by Sonoma State. That pass goes awry. San Marcos hustling it up the floor. Time not quite yet a factor, but San Marcos really needs to find a hot hand. Custodio's given them a little bit of a surge here in the last 5 minutes, but they haven't been able to get anybody else going. There's Farrell, and she gets it. Much needed basket. And kind of a quiet night for Emma Farrell, and she gets that one. Sewell's working it up top, pick and roll. Santos looking for Anadokum, but nice job by San Marcos to recover that time. Shot clock winding down. Anadokum's going to have to hurry. She got it off, but didn't get the basket. Nice stop for San Marcos. Farrell, offensive rebound. Still alive. Korst ended up that one. Caden Korst came down with that. And an offensive foul call. Fires up the Sonoma State bench. First foul on Custodio. Here's that shot by Farrell moments ago. She was able to get it, and now a timeout taken by Sonoma State. So good ball game. Sonoma State maintaining the lead here with 5:41 to go. We'll take a break right here and be back with more from Sonoma State University in just a moment.
60 million people in the U.S. face the day-to-day reality of living with a mental illness.
Even though most people can experience relief from their symptoms and support for their recovery, less than half of the adults in the U.S. who need mental health services get the help they need.
People experiencing mental health conditions frequently face negative labeling, bullying, and even discrimination.
Some people describe stigma as shame that can be felt as a judgment.
Break the stigma. Don't be afraid to get help. We are the CCAA.
So 5:41 to go. Plenty of time for San Marcos if they can get hot, but it has not been easy the way things have gone tonight against the Sonoma State defense. We kind of expected this to be a defensive battle, and Sonoma State finally was able to find a way to get their offense going in the third quarter. Sonoma State bench talking things over. San Marcos doing the same. Rich Shaywitz taking that timeout. 11-point lead for Sonoma State. Full court pressure by the Cougars. Keach handles it well. Nice hustle that time by Kelsey Forrester, trying to get that takeaway right in front of Keach. Ball ended up in the stands. down low. That one's out along the baseline. Sonoma State will have the inbound. Keach to Anadokum. Textbook. Anadokum gets the lay-in. Keach with the assist. At the other end. Basket good by San Marcos, and their bench is fired up. And Custodio will go to the line. Custodio got it. Traveling call on Anadokum. Takeaway by Northern, and she's fouled as we see that last one by Custodio. Northern will go to the free throw line for Sonoma State. Sophie Northern out of Fortuna High School. Doesn't get the second. 10-point lead. Keach hustles for the ball, but lost it out of bounds. And then a push is called on Keach, I believe. No, it's called on Paxson. Paxson gets called for that one. So Sonoma State ends up with the inbound. Wasn't sure which way they were going to go with that foul. Both players kind of diving for the ball. Keach has it tapped out. Takeaway by Korst. Korst can't catch up with the ball, and she ends up sliding all the way down to the baseline. Good hustle by Korst. And another timeout taken right here by Sonoma State. So we'll step aside ourselves here once again. Good ball game. Sonoma State by 10 here in the fourth quarter. We'll be right back with more from the Wolves Den in just a moment.
Before the house, before the office, the late nights and new bosses. Before the last hugs, the wins and the losses. Before building the team, before building yourself. The rise and grinds, all day, every days. Before the letter, before the dream, there was a kid who loved to play. If you have the talent and dedication to succeed in school and in sports, we'll provide the opportunity.
So out of the timeout, inbound for San Marcos. Paxson up top, guarded by Keach. Anadokum comes down with the rebound. RJ down the lane. Doesn't get it, but Anadokum right there to mop it up. Farrell ends up with the rebound for San Marcos. Couple of really good opportunities right there for the Seawolves. Custodio breaks free underneath. Laps in the defense for sure right there. Custodio gets it to drop. Scramble for the ball. Timeout, San Marcos. They got it, down by 8. Cougars looking to make a little run here for sure. Custodio right down the lane. Great screen. She had an easy look, used the left hand, and was able to get that one to drop. Plenty of time. There's that hustle play. And the foul was called on Haxon. It was just a little bit of a shove right before the players fell that I think cost her that on that one. From the outside, that one good. Wow. Big basket right there. 5-point game. Look out. Here come the Cougars. And a foul underneath. That's going to go on Korst. We're going to get free throws. Keach, one of the best free throw shooters in the league, will go to the free throw line. And an 86% free throw shooter. Nails them both. Big free throws right there for Keach. Player they can really count on down the stretch at the line. Anadokum having trouble getting the handle. Finally does. 3:20 to go. RJ hustles it up the floor now. Good job by RJ to maintain the possession. Seawolves settle into a half-court set now. Northern looking for Anadokum. Sheckard thought about the three. Northern just inside the three-point line. That one doesn't hit the rim. We'll go the other way with it. 7-point lead for Sonoma State. 2:45 to play. Seawolves are in the double bonus. Haxon misses. Anadokum with the foul. Farrell will go to the free throw line. Emma Farrell out of France. Got the second one to make it a 6-point game. San Marcos turning up the heat defensively. And a little scuffle just before the pass came in. And the foul goes against Caden Korst of San Marcos. She was pleading her case. So it was going back and forth. That's going to put Keach back at the free throw line at the other end of the floor. Keach is money from the free throw line. Senior now trying to make it an 8-point lead. And she does. 4 in a row from Kylie Keach. 48-40, Sonoma State by 8. Custodio fouled by Northern. Rich Shaywitz trying to keep his team fired up. That's the 4th team foul, and that's the 4th foul on Sophie Northern. So one more, and we'll see free throws for San Marcos. Takeaway by Zane Sheckard. RJ hitting the floor. Not sure what they called there. One way or another, it's going to be Sonoma State's ball. I believe that Haxon was touching the ball and was on the line, so that was the call there. RJ to get it inbounds, and she does to Sheckard. Sonoma State had numbers for a moment, but of course they're trying to work clock right now. We'll go under 2 minutes here very shortly. Sheckard to Northern. Shot clock at 5. RJ, and the shot clock expired before she could get that one off. Nice defense there by Forrester. .48-40. Coach Shaywitz directing traffic for his team. Haxon up top. Haxon drives and scores. Nice basket by Kayla Haxon. Much needed one. San Marcos as they pull to within 6. And Adokam loses the handle the other way. Farrell got a hand on it, but at last touched Anna Dokam. Officials are going to talk this one over now. And a timeout is taken. Wow. A little bit of everything. See that last basket right there. Ooh, I hope I have it. I captured it, but I captured it kind of late. Let me see what I've got here. If I have it best, it would be from the high angle. Let's see what I've got. Nope, that's the play before. Oh yeah, that's it right there, right? Same angle or different angle? I'll see what I've got. Let me see what I've got from the low angle. That's not the play. Sorry. Okay, let's see what I've got from the low angle. I don't know that I've got it. Let's see. Yeah, see, that's just after the play. High angle one more time. I'll slow it down as much as I can. There it is. Here it comes. Kind of skipped on you. I think it's white. All right, officials replay. Confirming the call. And here we go, 48-42. Into the corner. Farrell down the lane. Big basket for Farrell as she scores. Make it a 4-point game with just under a minute to go. Wow. Great comeback by San Marcos. See if they can keep it going. Here's Farrell off the glass and in that last possession. And Sonoma State with the quick timeout. Farrell getting that one to drop. What a game. Teams in a dogfight here in the CCAA. 3 teams tied for first in conference. Sonoma State a game back. San Marcos, one of the teams at 9-3, tied for the top. .1, huge possession right here. Sheckard almost lost it from behind. San Marcos still scrambling. Tie up. Possession arrow favors San Marcos. Great hustle by the Cougars. Sheckard tried to take it, then she tried to hand it off. Couldn't do either. San Marcos with a huge possession. Takeaway. Northern taps it over to Anadokum. These 2 great defensive teams going at it. Anadokum barely grabbed the handle there. They get it to RJ now, and she'll pull it back up top. Wow. And the foul. Custodio quickly fouling Northern, who will go to the free throw line for the double bonus. Northern will shoot 2. Got the first one. Huge one coming up right here for the senior guard from Fortuna. Got them both. Clutch free throw shooting by Sonoma State. Timeout, San Marcos. We'll take a break ourselves. Wow, what a game we have here at the Wolves Den. Sonoma State and San Marcos going at it here in the CCAA. We'll take a quick break and be back with more.
If you have the talent and dedication to succeed in school and in sports, we'll provide the opportunity.
So what a game. 50-44. San Marcos with a quick timeout. Down the stretch, it's been the free throw shooting for Sonoma State. That has made a huge difference for the Seawolves. San Marcos might be thinking 3 right here. And a foul on Peach. It's going to send Horst to the free throw line. .8. San Marcos has struggled at the free throw line. Of course, got that one. And here comes the full court pressure. RJ is going to have to hustle. She did get it in. And I think Rich Shaywich might have got the timeout just before the bump. He did. That was close. Oh my goodness. And he's going to go ahead and take a full. So we'll step aside one more time. What a game. Sonoma State and Cal State San Marcos down to the wire here at the Wolves Den.
60 million people in the U.S. face the day-to-day reality of living with a mental illness.
Even though most people can experience relief from their symptoms and support for their recovery, less than half of the adults in the U.S. who need mental health services get the help they need.
People experiencing mental health conditions frequently face negative labeling, bullying, and even discrimination.
Some people describe stigma as shame that can be felt as a judgment.
Break the stigma. Don't be afraid to get help. We are the CAA.
Both teams talking things over here. It's been a great night. All about the defense when these two teams get together, and it has been a defensive dogfight all night long. Kind of surprised either team hit 50, to be honest. So Sonoma State will inbound with a 5-point lead. 2 possessions with 29 seconds to go. Shecker takes the pass. RJ is fouled quickly by Haxon. RJ got the first one. Second one, no good. She gets 1 of 2. That's the first miss for Sonoma State in a while. Still a 2-possession lead. Blocked by Keach. Keach got a hand up on Forrester. Forrester tries it again and nails the 3. Oh my. Forrester with a clutch shot as San Marcos refuses to go away. 13 seconds to go. Wow. I believe we're going to get another official replay. Was it a 2 or 3? That is the question. And you got to see it before they did. We'll play that again for our officials. We'll slow it down. Here it comes. Slow it. I can't zoom. I can give you another angle, though. Kind of tough to tell. Let's try. Yeah, I've got the high angle. I can slow that down. Here we go again. Slowing it way down. Looks like we may need a third set of eyeballs on that one. Same angle. All right, officials are talking this over. We're going to give you that high angle one more time. Was it a 2 or was it a 3? Here we go. She steps inside, but then she comes back outside. And the question is, did she get that right foot all the way back across? Clearly she is in there, but right there, it's close. Officials are going to continue to talk it over. Got another angle that they didn't look at. Not sure what they ended up going with there. 2, I believe. Yep, they went with a 2. Not what San Marcos was hoping for. The toe on the line, and now Zane Sheckard will go to the other end and shoot free throws for Sonoma State. Sheckard out of Santa Maria in the Central Coast. She is a sophomore. And she gets the first one. Free throw shooting has been very key for Sonoma State. Sheckard gets them both. Back to a 6-point lead. Just 11 seconds to go. Another 3. Oh my goodness, Forrester hits that one. No timeouts remaining, however. And the foul with just 4 seconds to go. That was clutch. Forrester slipped a little bit, managed to gather herself, and still nailed it. Anna Dokum at the free throw line now. Senior out of San Jose will shoot 2. See if she'll continue this great free throw shooting for Sonoma State. Doesn't get the first one. It's a big one right here. And she got it. That was the big one. Coach Shaywood's just saying, do not foul. They don't. And that's going to do it. So Sonoma State wins it. Big victory for the Seawolves. They pull it off. Wow. And that is a final. Great game. Sonoma State wins it 54-50. They are fired up. It is a final. Coach Shaywood's squad wins this one in dramatic fashion, taking it all the way down to the end. And winning this one 54-50. So we'll take a break right here, and we'll be back with the start of the men's game in just a moment here on the